The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the first webinar in this session. I wanted just to introduce myself. My name is Andrew Martino. I'm one of the senior analysts in the company. I just wanted to make sure everybody can hear me, so if you can just go to your chat bar and just let me know that my voice is nice and clear and that everybody can hear me, please, just to say hi as well. The broadcast will start very soon. Just waiting for a few more people to join. If you can just let me know if you can hear my voice, that will be awesome. Just type into the chat area of the webinar bar on your screen, and just to say you can hear me nice and clear. Thank you, Stanley. Thank you. Everybody else, voice is nice and clear. Yes, Stanley. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, firstly, I want to welcome everybody to CM Trading first of all, and a revolutionary way of trading. It's opening the door for everybody. Those people that don't have any experience in the markets, I think it really is a wonderful introduction to trading. It's a safe way of trading. It helps you as an introduction. If you don't have to have the knowledge, you can just pick somebody and follow their trading. It's wonderful. I remember the days of when I used to have to telephone my orders in, working from a newspaper. So this really is it's a revolutionary step. So I will. I'll start the webinar. Just what I've done is just created a few slides. It's a presentation, and it's going to take you through just one profile which I picked from inside the system, and then we'll switch over to the platform via your browser. Now you can have access to the mirror trading via the web trader. We also offer other platforms that have a more professional angle, the MT4, and we also have a mobile platform. What I want to ask everybody is, well, I'll be stopping from time to time just to take questions. So if there is any questions, I will stop, and please go to the raise your hand area on your panel, on your GoToWebinar panel, and feel free to type me in a question. But I'm going to start the presentation. I'll just move on to my first slide. Just want to make sure that everybody can see the screen and that it has changed. You can see the next screen. This is your way to enter into the social platform. Just can just one person just let me know that screen has changed? Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Thapello. This is basically your introduction into the platform. This is where you accept the terms and conditions. So you're choosing a profile, you're choosing an avatar for yourself and a nickname. If you don't want to be viewed as your profile name, you can just choose a name, and you can even upload a picture in there and more personalize the platform for yourself. Once you do that, and you enter into the system, you'll be faced with a screen such as this. I'm sure that most of you have seen this screen, and you'll be very, very familiar with it. On the left, you have the trading instruments. In the middle, you have a chart, and on the right, the most important area to you, I believe, the social area of our platform, the CopyKat trader area, is the social side. Now, in order to have access to this, you do need to have a real account. And once you're logged in, you'll see your name in the logged in area. I'll just highlight that for you, just spotlight that. So when you're logged in, you should see your name somewhere in here, and it should say logged in. It should say your name and your account number, and then you will have complete access to to the database, the CopyKat system database. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that you can see all of the trades happening in the system. The social stream. Just let me draw on the screen for you. I'll highlight the area where you should see your name. You should see your name on here, and this is the section at which you should be paying attention to the social area. And these are the top ranked traders. Top ranked means basically, it's a poll of people following them. They recommend them. People with 1,000% profit. I'll talk about that later with you. But the most important area to you is the social stream. And I'll take you on to the next slide. And here we go. So the next slide, just let me move it on. Bear with me a second. Okay, the next slide, I'll just remove those drawings for you. Okay, now this is what will happen once you're logged into the system and you're opening up the entire database. The entire database is basically where you can filter. Now you're filtering by a number of different ways. You're filtering by top rated, you're filtering by most copied, you're filtering in this area here, most rated, most copied, most profitable. And the advanced section is where you're filtering by instrument and as such. But you can see we rank them from 1 to 50, 1 to 100, and basically the ranking, this is the top rated view. Now top rated means, it's other traders voting this particular trader as, what they think of them. You can see that, for instance, a person at number 1, his success rate in trading is 63%, trader at number 2 is 74%, and this is really how you're filtering. I always like to look, even with mirror trading, as the investment being a marathon. It's something that you're looking at getting success over 3 months, over 6 months, over 1 year. So I like to view the data myself, especially in the mirror system, and I like to take a good look at an individual trader. So what I've done is on the next slide for you, I'll just get rid of those drawings on there. The next slide for you, bear with me, technology. Never been reliable. There we go. I want you to this is one trader I've just pulled out of the system. It's somebody who I've been watching, for a number of reasons. Obviously, I've switched to a 1-year view on the platform. This is basically your time frames, and I always like to look at success rate. That's always a good thing. 92% success rate over a year. Best position was 90% profit, and this is really a key area. Drawdown. The maximum drawdown is the amount this trader has lost on any single trade in 1 year. So it's a 2% drawdown, which is very, very good. I'll let you know, as a trader myself for about 20 years, to keep the drawdown below 10% over such a long time frame is an amazing feat of trading. The most successful thing, and where you can see the success rate in a year, they've had 396% profits. Now, if we equate that to monetary terms, if you'd have had $1,000 in there, this trader would have made you an extra $3,967. So your account would be sat at $4,967 in 1 year. But this, some people don't like to view the traders over a long time frame. Some people like to, view shorter. They want money quicker. Now, in this type of volatile market, you can't expect to get your profits too quickly. As you can see by the risk level at the bottom here, these areas which I'm pointing out for you, I want you to, after the webinar's finished, to go into the system, to do your own searches, to stay in touch with your account manager here, to stay in touch with a contact here who will guide you, such as I am, and they will show you profiles such as this. There are hundreds of these types of traders. I just chose this one because it's somebody who I've been watching for quite a few months and very, very impressed with them. These buttons here, they're basically your copy button and your watch button, and the amount of people that are actually copying this particular trader. Now, I'm copying this trader. I think, you know, they're very, very good. I like them. I put some money on them myself, and if you hadn't copied them, you would actually just see copy here. But where it says edit copy, it actually will allow me to increase my investment on this particular trader. If I had $1,000 on him, I could increase it to 2,000 after 3 months, 2,000 after 1 month, basically allowing me to control the risk in my account. Now, I'm sure that for my VIP clients and other clients that I've talked to in the past, I will just keep talking about risk levels, account management, money management. This is all done for you. Everything this platform does, it's completely helping you with risk management, money management, trade management. But, you know, it's like every other investment. You have to still keep an eye on the investment. You have to watch the investment. You know, it's not something you can take your eye off. You have to watch the performance. You should be treating the traders who you're copying as an investment, as an instrument. You know, maybe Remora 123 is going to be my gold, and I want to keep an eye on him. If he starts to trade badly or more risky, then, you know, I'm going to take my money. I'm going to stop copying him. I'm going to take my money off him, and I'm going to open up my social platform, and I'm going to look for somebody else who has a similar profile to this, because, you know, I really like the fact I can look at this chart here, and it's going up nicely. These areas of flat here, they are areas of non-trading, where the trader probably took a bit of a break, you know, and then came back, took another break, came back, took another break and came back, and is actively trading at the moment. This is a type of chart I want you to look for. You know, you don't necessarily have to look for areas of flatness like this. You could just look for a chart that's going to look something like this, you know, gentle pullbacks. These pullbacks, by the way, are your drawdown, your maximum drawdown. This is the amount that he will allow on a trade to pull back into this area. This is your drawdown. This is your drawdown. So we want somebody who doesn't necessarily go up and then come all the way back down almost to zero, then go up at 90, come back to zero. This is risky. This is high risk. This is where, you know, if you're unfortunate and you enter at the top and the trader makes a very, very big mess of his account, you know, some people say, you know, I put my money on a trader, he lost all of my money. You know, this is because, you know, unfortunately, either due to markets or risky trading, the profile showed me beforehand this trader was risky. So this is how we manage risk. Just want to flip you on to the next slide. Bear with me. 1 second. That's the wrong button. Okay, next slide is a portfolio tab on your CopyTrader platform. You can see it's wonderful. It really is wonderful. It actually breaks down what the particular trader is trading on their account. You can see that this trader is trading on euro dollar, and he's trading on the gold, which is XAU. If some people don't know the symbols, you know, just, you know, contact us here. You know, if you're unaware, you can Google it as well. XAU is just a chemical symbol for gold, and obviously he's trading on euro dollar. It's fantastic. It shows you a breakdown of the portfolio. It shows you what they're trading. But I'll move on to the next slide, because I don't want to hang around too long. I want to make sure that we do a live trading scenario. I'll just get rid of the drawings. This is a community tab. Now, I class this particular trader, Remora, as a master. He's a master account. We know he's a master account for a couple of reasons. The first reason he's a master account is because he's copying nobody. He's watching a lot of people, which is great. It means he's looking around him, he's seeing what's going on, and he has 140 copies. We know that from the previous slide. We can look at who Remora is following. You know, we can check their profiles out on here. We can scroll down the full list. If we wanted to look at this particular gentleman, Mr. Bright, we could click on his picture here, and it would open up the next profile, and then if we use the backwards and forwards arrows here, we can actually go backwards and forwards between profile. I'll stop just for a second. Do we have any questions? Anybody want to ask me a question? How do I know what strategy the trader is using? Thank you, Thapelo. Strategies, you can sometimes tell which strategy they're using by the graph. So if we go back a couple of slides, you can see from their profits and losses their graph. So I'll just take you back one second. If you go back to the portfolio tab, you can see number one, the strategy which they're using. They're focusing mainly, I believe, on currency. I'll show you in the positions tab. You can always even ask the trader a question yourself. If you have them in your portfolio, you can actually make a contact and you can ask the strategy yourself. But basically, you can see on the chart, this particular trader, he looks like a trend trader because when the markets are trending in his favor, you can see that he's more profitable. His chart, I'll just erase that drawing. His chart is, let me just draw on here for you. A trend follower or range trader. We know that the markets have been ranging the last few months, the last year. When there's a range, maybe this trader, when I say a range will be when the market is bouncing between ranges. So he may be picking, he may be buying when the currency is very cheap, selling when the currency is very high, buying again when the currency is cheap, buying when it's high. And you can see that you have the charts. Maybe once the markets fall into a different, maybe when they become volatile, the trader says, I made my profits on buying and selling, on range trading. I'm going to take a bit of a break. This is great because the trader's taking a couple of steps back. He's seeing how successful he is. And then when the markets fall into a range or when they begin to trend, then he's coming back again and he's having a little bit of a trade. And then he's taking a step back. Then he's having another little bit of a trade. So, if you compare it to what the guy's trading, maybe on gold, we know that gold is, it's the kind of place, a safe haven where people want to go when there's a lot of volatility in the market. Everybody knows what the saying in the market is: when everything else becomes dull, gold begins to shine. And this is what everybody seems to run to in the market. So thank you for that question, Thapelo. You don't 100% know what strategy the trader is trading. You can kind of guesstimate exactly what they're trading. So let me just move forward I'll take another question in a second. Bear with me. I want to show you the positions tab. Now, I have a question from Stanley. Stanley, welcome. He's a beginner. He says, what is margin and the difference between equity and balance? Basically, margin, depending on what leverage the account is on, default is, I believe, 200. The margin is how much it costs you to open up a position on euro dollar. So if you're 200 leveraged and you open up one lot, then the margin will be X amount. So it might cost you to open up a mini lot $100. Okay. If the leverage is 100, then it will cost you double, which would be $200. Now, the difference between your equity and your balance, the equity is the profits and losses that you have open on your positions minus margin equals your balance. So your balance is your money which is not being utilized. Your margin is the cost of positions which it costs you to open, and your equity is floating. And now it's the difference between the P&L and the balance. So the equity will vary depending on whether or not you're in profit, whether or not you're in losses. I hope that answers your question, Stanley. Okay, I'll move back to the slides. Okay, we'll do another Q&A in a minute. Thank you very much for the questions. I'll try to answer as many as I can. Tiboho says, I can't hear your voice. I've been muted. Okay, Tiboho, I hope you can hear me. Everybody else can hear me. Stanley can hear me. Tapello can hear me. Stanley's asking, I'll take another quick one. This is a quick question and easy to answer. What is volume? Volume is basically the number of trades that are present in the market. If you have a volume indicator and you have and it's indicating 1,000, then that means there's 1,000 open interested lots in the market. Volume indicators, they take this number and they put it into data and they attach it to your chart in the terms of bars, which you can sometimes see at the bottom. So the volume is the open interest on positions in the market. Some people like to use the volume indicator. I like to look at it from time to time just to see how much open interest we have in the market. But this screen which you're viewing, I think it's pretty wonderful, actually. Said it quite a few times while looking at this profile. I think, one of the things which really stands out is the fact that, we have a lot of green. Green is good. We like green. Red is not what we like to see on an account. But on the other hand, if this particular trader had 100 trades and 50 of them were negative, but the negative on the 50 was lower than I saw in green. So, for instance, when we talk about these ratios of risk and reward, you should be looking at 2-to-1 risk. So, if I see that I see negative 3%, but I see positive 14 or positive 31, then I know that the trader is using good risk and reward strategy. He knows what he's doing. If you scroll down the list, you'll see over a year this trader has had a number of trades which have closed in fantastic profits. I think it's just a fantastic profile. You should go and take a look at him. I'll move on to the next slide, and then I'll show you the live platform. I'll get rid of the drawings for you, erase the drawings, and I'll move on to the next slide. Now, this is what I call your control. This is your window of allocating equity, allocating money. When I say equity, I mean money. So this particular trader, as you can see, I've copied him. I can edit the copy. I allocated $247. I'll highlight these areas for you. I'll highlight the area. As you can see, I allocated by dollar. You can do this if you have a $1,000 account. I recommend, that you don't allocate the whole amount of the account. You should not be working with more than 30 to 40% of your equity active in the market at any one point. But the mirror trader helps you to control that. But who's to say that if you copied 5 traders with all 1,000 of it, that all 5 traders didn't make a mess because you didn't diversify your portfolio. You didn't look for traders who were trading different things. And I'll talk about that later, about diversification. But just to finish on this particular window, you also have something called copy fixed size positions, which is a fantastic way of controlling the volume. Now, answering the question of Stanley's answer to volume, volume is the amount of a position that I want to enter into the market. Now, 0.10, we all know, is a mini lot. Now, one lot would be 1.0, which is 10 mini lots. And then we also have micro lots, which are, you have the 10 cents a pip for one micro lot. One mini lot would be $1 per pip. When I say a pip, it's a percentage in price, which is one tick of your chart. So if you were to open up at this volume on this trader, and he opened up a euro dollar position, and the market moved 10 pips, then you would make $10. It's simple. It becomes a little bit more complicated when you're talking about dollar yen positions, because then we have a slight difference in what you would get per pip. It would be something like 9.9, just less than $1, 9.9 cents. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tongue-tied when I talk about dollar prices. Stanley says, "What is an ideal volume?" Now, when we talk about ideal amounts to be allocating, you know, I said that if you have I'm making just a few numbers up. If you had $1,000 account, then you know you should be trying to diversify yourself. Should be looking at maybe 3 to 5 copiers, maybe allocating maybe $100 to each copier, and then a fixed size of lot. You shouldn't be opening up more than 10% of the equity which you allocate to a trader, which means if you had $100 per trader, you wouldn't want to open up more than $10 per position. So 0.10 is the ideal size per trader on $100. You can even go to a half a mini lot, which would be 50 cents. The more you control your account in this fashion, the less chance you have of losing the entire amount of the account. So when I talk about diversification, I'm talking about having 3 to 5 traders, one trader doing currency for you, one trader trading on gold, silver, or commodities, and another trader actually working on an index. So this is diversification. So we need to scroll through the list of traders here. I'll just flip back to you on this and I'll show you the pie chart again, because I can't say this enough times. When you see a chart like this, you see it's heavily involved in gold. So we could make Remora maybe our euro dollar trader and our gold trader. So if I was to pick another trader from the system, I wouldn't want somebody who was exposed to this extent on gold. Maybe I'll flip down to 1 month like I did do, take it up to 6 months, take a look at what he trades in 6 months, and then I would be looking for another trader that maybe had indices. Then by doing this, if my currency trader, if Remora makes a big error on the euro dollar, a big error on gold, maybe my indices trader or my commodities trader would pull me back into alignment. So it's what's called a balanced portfolio. You can, you don't have to be a professional trader, but you still have to think along the lines of, how do I invest my money? Who do I look for? This shows you everything. You have all of the information at your fingertips. You have the trades that they did. You have the portfolio tab. It really is a wonderful way of choosing and trading. Now, what I'm going to do now, by the way, everybody, if anybody wants to get in touch with me at the end of the webinar, then please, contact me on these details, martino@cmtrading.com. You have my telephone number. I'll be very happy to help anybody, or you can contact one of my colleagues. So I'm just going to pull onto the screen the live system. Okay, everybody will recognize this. You can see, can everybody see the screen? Thapello, I see your question. Just bear with me a second. Just want to make sure you can see. Okay, wonderful. Thapello asks, how should I copy a trader and use a fixed sized or equity or why? Reason, some traders we copy make profits on quick trades and leave you in losses. So Thapello's asking, is not sure if it's the strategy the trader is using. As I said, it does rely heavily on money management, and at the moment the markets are very volatile. Nobody truly knows what the market is going to do. If we knew and we had a crystal ball, then I would be probably on a yacht. I'd be sunbathing, drinking a margarita right now instead of presenting a webinar. But for you guys, it's always a pleasure to be here, and I love my work. I love the markets. Many years I took a lot of money from the markets, and I want to try to help you guys to do that as well. Now, what we can do is we can do a live simulation. So I'm going to show you. Now, in this area here, you'll see the search button. I'm logged into my account. I'll just draw on the live platform for you. You can see that I'm logged in. This is my username. So I'm going to click on the search button. Just bear with me. I'll take questions in a bit. Okay, what you're doing now is you're opening the whole database. You're opening your gold here. And what I like to do is I like to look in different channels. I like to search from different filters. Uh, I found Remora in most copied because I believe he has about 80 to 90 copiers. We can see actually has 152. So, the top trader who has 868 copiers. Now, he's showing 99% profits. What we could do is we can go into the account. It's very, very easy. We just click on the photo next to the name. It opens up the profile, and you can see we've got a very, very different picture of the markets. We can see this trader, I drew onto the previous chart, something, that's an alarm bell. And if everybody can see it, we can see the amount of drawdown. Drawdown, remember, this is the trading that goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, lots and lots of pullback, or what we say, drawdown. Now, we can see, okay, his best position was 400%, but his worst position was 1,592. Now, I would ask the question, do I want to get in at the top here, put my $100, my $1,000, my $10,000 on him, or however much we want to, for us to suffer this kind of drawdown? We wouldn't have much money left in our account. But you can see over a year that MJ Forex actually, gave us a nice return. He actually gave us 99% return, which means, $1,000 in there, we would have doubled our account. We would have had just short of $2,000 in the account. So, it's not all bad. The charts are, they're indicative of time periods. I'll just get rid of the drawings and flick the chart down to a smaller time frame. Just let me wipe that for you. Okay, let's flip down to maybe a 1 month. Let's see the activity over 1 month. Okay, so as you can see, it's a lot. There's a lot of drawdown. We can see that at the top here, 30th of August, going back maybe a month. That I don't think that many traders would have been able to suffer a 55% drawdown in 1 month. And people, this is when we have clients in CM. A lot of clients start to question, should I still be copying a trader when he's took me from 0 to minus 55? Well, it's an investment. You're looking long term. Okay, he lost me 12% in 1 month, but we know that in 1 year he made me 99%. So we could have an investment on him. We could look for somebody else in the system. Now, you remember me talking about the portfolio tab. If we were to look in MJ Forex's portfolio tab, bear with me, I'll get rid of the drawings. So inside of the portfolio tab, we can take a look and see what he's traded. This is a trading for 1 month. Very, 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 very active trader. This a lot of people copying him. As you can see, 842 people copying him. So it has a lot of interest, a lot of people trusting him. He's working with a lot of money here. When he opens up a position, 842 people are opening the same position. If we flip out to a year, as I mentioned to you before, we're talking about a marathon, not a sprint. And we're looking at what can he do for me in 1 year. We're looking at 6% profits on gold, 1% profits on a pound, 3% profits on it's profitable on just about every instrument over 1 year. So this, we could make this. Would we want to make an additional trader heavy on gold? I would probably look for somebody else in the system that wasn't so heavy on gold, and look for more indices. So I'm searching for a trader that's successful on indices. And I would like to see here maybe the Dow Jones or the S&P 500, something that we see this kind of investment and this kind of profits. Stanley asking me, what is free margin and margin level? Basically, free margin if we take a look in the account, the free margin is what you have left after the margin on your trades is open. So if you had $100 in the account and you were using $100 on margin, you would have zero free margin. So your positions will still remain open, but you wouldn't have any free margin. And your margin level is obviously, what you have left to open trades with. So if you had $500 margin available, you will be able to sustain profits and losses up to $500, and then you would start to receive something called a margin call, or the trades would start to be closed down by the company or by the markets. Okay, so just moving on to again the copy tab. As you can see here, if we wanted to copy MJ Forex, we would either allocate by dollar, or we would allocate by copy fixed size positions. We can change that to whatever we want, half a lot if we wanted to be able to open up one lot for each position, and then it would just be as simple as clicking on the copy button and we're copying him. It's really, it really is that easy. I want you to basically, you guys, you are CM Trading's gold, and we really want to take care of you here, and we're providing you with the best tools to do that. I will be doing future webinars on different things. We have flexi analysis in our platform. If you want to get more involved and do some analysis yourself, feel free to contact your account manager, myself, and Mr. Silver. Can you hear me? I see a few people are saying that they can't hear me. Just give me a mic check. Can everybody hear me? Stanley, Thapello, Desiri. Okay, Stanley can hear me. Desiri, maybe it's your internet settings, guys. I see everything's green and everything's being recorded and everybody can hear me. So, I want to firstly to thank you all for being clients in the company, and I want to be as supportive as I can to everybody in the system. So there's going to be future webinars where we're going into things in more detail. I will be showing you around the website, and if you're unsure of anything, get in contact after the webinar's finished. We will answer all questions for you. Do we have any questions at the moment about the copy system, about anything that I've been over? I'll run over a few things. Just waiting for a question. Thapello is, please show how do I get in contact with the trader. Now, what we can do is, I believe, let me see, if you're searching for a trader, I believe once you copy him on the community tab, I don't physically think that you'll be able to get in contact with him, Thapello, but you will be able to. He will be able to see you in the list, in the watch list, and if he sees you following, then he knows you're in there. And I don't. In this way, I don't think it's very suitable for traders to be contacting each other, and it does interfere with the trading sometimes. So the master accounts, the people who are copying no one, but people are following them, then it's it's better sometimes to be concentrated on the trading. I have a question from Stanley. How do I uncopy while in position? Basically, it's very simple, Stanley. When you're copying somebody, you go to the uncopy button. Now, if there's open positions in the account, what will happen is they will become manual trades. They will be your trades. So what the copy trader opens for you, the positions will remain open, and you will become the controller of those positions. So if you have €4 positions and you don't want to copy the trader anymore, you can also stop copying and just keep watching them. but you would have to manage those positions afterwards. Okay, Stanley? Nice to see you in here, Eleanor. New to CM trading, still using the demo. Is it okay to copy? Of course. You should, if you're very, very green, very, very new to the world of trading, you should be, practicing finding people inside of a demo. I took demo accounts, and when you have demo money, it's much, much different. And your trading is different from when you actually have real money. You start to feel the stresses when it's your own money on the line. But demo trading, it's a fantastic way to test strategies, to see how the system works. I would definitely recommend lots and lots of practice in there. And then when you feel like you have the confidence to put some money in, do that. Follow the same strategies as you did before, Eleanor, and you will. I guarantee you, if they worked in the demo, they'll work on the real trader. So that's about it, ladies and gents. I want to firstly, I thank you deeply for attending the webinar. It's been a pleasure to introduce myself to you. I will be anybody's point of contact in the company. If you're one of my colleagues' clients, I will pass you on to him gladly. But I am also here as a direct point of contact. Many, many years of experience in the market. I personally, my eyes are open to the world of social trading, and we're going to take this further. We're going to discuss, strategies in an advanced webinar. So, everybody. For the first couple of webinars, I'll try to invite as many people as I can to do some advanced strategy work, and you can still use good strategy work inside of the mirror accounts by basically opening, closing portfolios, looking what they're trading, looking at the drawdown. We will go into further detail about drawdown, but once again, guys, it's a pleasure to assist. I'll just leave my contact details on the screen for you. Anybody what wants to get in touch with me, my name is Andrew Martino. Please, you'll find me on many, many social networks. You can check out my experience. I'm on LinkedIn, and the video will be going on to YouTube. So, we have many accounts. Check out the CM Trading Facebook, CM Trading Twitter, CM Trading G+, and on LinkedIn. I want to wish everybody a wonderful evening, and God bless you all, and I'll be in touch with you for the next webinar. I will definitely, the link, I will send the link out to you gladly, Thapello. Got your email, and if you click on the little icon at the bottom of the email which I sent you, it should open up all of the links for you, okay? So good night, everybody, and sleep tight.